more people should know. The ones that have their heads stuck in the sand vastly outnumber the ones that do. That's a quote from a comment someone left on my channel. Maybe it was a month or two ago. I hope you guys enjoyed my COP26 coverage this year. It was kind of a new experience to me to see all the I never paid that much attention, and I was really paying attention to this one. So it's Tuesday, and I finally slept. And I'm doing a response video to something I saw last night on the Climate Emergency Forum, specifically the one published most recently called COP26 Reflections. And mind you, I respect this panel of people tremendously. You guys know that. But there's one comment in particular where Paul points out that Mr. Beckwith, Dr. Beckwith, points out that more people should know, and be spreading this message. And so I wanted to give my 2 cents on that, being aware of where we're headed and the kind, what it drives me to do. I am going to just come out front and center and say, notably, it's people who have a higher IQ, despite what you want to say that there's multiple different intelligences. There isn't. That's been proven wrong. That it's a theory. Let's say that there's multiple intelligences, that you can be intelligent at one thing or two. No, general cognitive intelligence applies to a whole myriad of situations. And for example, I'll put up a few questions on the screen. Just look at them for a second. Look at it for a second. Most people can't connect the dots. They can't even begin to figure out what comes next in a row.
Say what you want about America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers,
And if you can't do that with basic shapes, there's no way you're going to be able to comprehend complex systems that would take years of study, yet people insist that they know more. Their ignorance blinds them about it than they don't. That's Dunning-Kruger, Charles Bukowski, the world is more confident people, or dumb people are confident, smart people have doubts. Absolutely. Okay, and let's get out the aerosol masking effect out the way. Just put that to the side for a second and just think about, what it would take and how completely dependent we are on a fossil fuel economy, on literally everything. Okay, so what it drives me to do, well, first off, I'm not upset and I'm not expecting a response. That's clearly not the intention. When you give something, as a reminder, since it's Christmas, when you give something, you don't expect anything in return. It's because it's coming out of your own will. If you get a thank you or not, and I know a lot of people suffer with this. I've talked to them personally on here. But I put out a video thanking 3 scientific YouTubers. And let me comment on them for a second. Before the fact that none of them commented back on that. I'm not ashamed, not like, oh, maybe I'm a loser, nothing like that. It's probably a stance they're taking, because if they had to comment on one video, then they'd have to, on one user, one content creator thanking them, then they'd have to comment on hundreds of them. Or maybe they didn't even see it at all, which is sad. But, like I said, if anyone saw my content and I was talking about the end of the world, essentially, I would be like,
yeah.
At least I hear you. I see the comment. At least something back. But the facts are simple, that it falls on deaf ears. Okay? And when Paul's comment saying more people should know, you got to make your content, especially in YouTube or writing anything on the internet now, there's so much competition. You can't be sitting in front of a white wall boomer style green screen, No, you got to have like effects and you got to really go out technically with this to make it like perceivable, because people's attention are like gnats now. They're literally like fruit flies. You have to have big tits in the screen, a blonde girl, some kind of emotion reaction, the mouth open, some kind of, attention grabbing thumbnail. You got to have prolific, engaging content that's quick cuts, all the quick cuts between the things. People can't, their mind, like psychology. You have a population that's like way less, mostly way less than competent, not educated, has attention span of gnats, run by a corporate government that is strictly basically a corporation that's designed to make, it's the most evil corporation. I agree with Elon on that it's just designed to make money and push people into, difficult living situations so that it can profit. You are expendable now. You are a digit. But never mind that. Look, people don't want to know. They don't want to know. They want to see big tits.
Big tits.
People don't even talk to each other at an educational facility, like a learning educational, the highest form of education you can give a Homo sapien. They don't even talk or like cooperative there. Okay, that just goes to show you our low competency in getting along. I know this is a long rant video on humans, and I know you guys are pretty bored with it, but there's a lot of eco warriors, and I respect Stuart Scott. But it's like, look, people can't connect the dots. Most people's reaction is, let's do a litmus test. Like I told Philip, the Vietnamese guy who owns a Chinese restaurant, I said, we ain't going to live much longer past 2030. And he's shocked. And he says, well, this is most people's response. There's nothing I can do. Literally totally helpless. Totally hopeless.
You got a message. I'm not going to open it. Could be important.
Yeah. I think the last dog got one important. First one was from my wife, telling me she was leaving. Second was from my lawyer, telling me he was leaving with my wife.
That is bad luck. Come on. You are fired.
But let's start with one institution that could maybe do something, and never mind the aerosol masking effect. Religious organizations. I went on Google Maps personally, and I went to 10 or 20 of the most populated churches, or has got the most reviews, or the biggest ones that I drove around town. And I went on their Google Maps and I wrote a review. And I said specifically, you're a bunch of fools. If you really, Michael Dowd, talking about this, if you have a religious view that's like internally with some spirit, fine. But if it's not omnicidal, I get it. We're going into suicide, but as a species. But like, if you're in that frame of mind and you can't think about the planet, then you're just fooling yourself. You're a complete idiot, because what we learned from COP26 is a freaking asteroid is headed right for Earth. In essence. And so I let them know that. I'm just going to read it directly as follows, because I'm sick of it. There's no excuse now. It's 2021. All the world leaders just met in COP. If you're not paying even the slightest bit attention, that's not asking a lot. I wrote this on every one of these. I said, quote, evidently these religious clowns can't read. Climate change is the greatest existential threat humanity has ever faced. But they drive their big Mercedes SUVs with their children strapped into these death machines, which are literally destroying their own future. Burn this place and all of its participants to the ground. They do not deserve this beautiful planet. They are the virus. Go learn about your future, children. Your parents are lying to you. We are headed for a 2.7 degrees Celsius world. Likely way much more. We're on RCP 8.5. I'm aware. But let's just begin there. Let's just start with that, because that is over billions of people. It's not going to be played. I said billions of people will die from heat exhaustion, malnourishment, famine, floods, fires, and natural disasters all around the world. God is dead and will not save you or your family from the devastation that the human race has caused this planet and our only home. And I went ahead and included the brief and very concise article written by BBC. It's short. Anyone can read it. It's like 12-year-old reading capabilities in science and the environment. And it says at the headline, COP26, world headed for 2.4 degrees. That should make you perk up and question, especially if you're religious and you care about
God's children.
And I went ahead and included a picture of the global land and ocean temperature anomalies since 1880 reported by NOAA, a global distribution of vulnerability to climate change, like what countries are going to be hit the hardest, or that we know of. Everybody is, but clearly. And then a picture of a family, on picnic on fire that I posted on my community feed. I don't know how much more clear and concise I need to write than that. I don't really know what else to fucking say. More people should know, Mr. Beckwith. I don't know what the hell else. I mean, drive through the country, okay? Drive.
Get out.
Talk to people. And I can guarantee you most people don't even have the fucking slightest clue, don't care, too preoccupied with their own immediate troubles, getting a good score on their tests, paying their bill. Nobody understands exponential growth or the concept of things getting exponentially worse. They just don't. And that's what I mean by acceptance, is letting go. Stop I'm not even trying to change people. I'm just trying to inform them to help make them make better decisions, knowing that essentially they have an expiration date. It's sad that the messaging on this has been so cry wolf for so long that when it actually came time that it is real and it is serious, people just scoff at you and write it off. There's really no words that can be put to it. Alienating, just to start with one. I will also keep busy with my momentary troubles and try to enjoy every minute. This isn't the way a species should react to the eventual demise of their whole way of life, or asteroids coming to blow up their civilization. This is not how you should be acting in any way. But I guess this is the best we can do.
Right.
This is what we're stuck with before we even try to go trash another planet, which we won't make it. We've learned that. What, are you going to drink your shower water the whole way there? You're going to drink the toilet water? Enjoy your day, guys. Hopefully it's sunny. Maybe send me a Christmas present if you want. All right, I'm going to do I'm pushing off my 2021 video year in review because it's just been 2020 and 2021 have just been a hellacious years, guys. No Spider-Man movie can fix that. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.